Hey guys, it's Kayla, the mastermind behind Edgelordess, and today I'll be doing another tier list video. This time I will be ranking boys from Shall We Date games A through L. There are so many Shall We Date characters that it's not even funny. And before we even dive into this tier list video, you may be wondering why I'm not showing my face. That's because of several technical difficulties that even Apple support does not know how to fix. I spent at least 2.5 hours with tech support over the course of filming this, and it just kept crashing every program that I was using. So, photo booth was unreliable, QuickTime was unreliable. So, yeah, I'm faceless for this video. So the way this works is, I have created a tier list of different categories of men that I will be ranking. So the first category we have is marry me. That means they are attractive on all aspects, like 10 out of 10 personality, 10 out of 10 out of looks, just like the whole package. Now, I don't believe in marriage, but in the anime world, I would marry these people. Bangable means like they are sexy and nothing else. Like we might have nothing in common, and I would still fuck them. I also don't believe in hookups, but in the anime world, I am a slut. Dateable means like they're fairly attractive, but I'd probably not bang them. Like it probably wouldn't be long term. So dateable would be like attractiveness like 7 to, I would say 5 at the very least. Cute means I like looking at them, but like they aren't anything special. They're not bangable, they're not dateable, and they're not marrying material either. So they're just cute and nothing else. And then we have not my type, where they're unattractive on all aspects, basically the opposite of marry me. Now there are so many Shall We Date characters that I have at least 200 people on here. And I even created a PowerPoint that gives me like the bios for all the characters, because I have not played all the routes. I'm only familiar with the characters I've chosen with these games. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read their bios, and I'm going to rank them. And let's get one thing straight here. I have a thing with men with long hair. I also like bad boys, and when it comes to Shall We Date games, I usually choose the one that's flirting with me the most. Like the very touchy-feely guys. So those are the guys I usually flock towards. But let's start dating some guys. So we're starting with Angel plus Devil. So this is Duval. He's a demon who likes freedom and chocolate, dislikes angels, and his hobby is teasing Latias. A demon who touches your soul point on you. He approaches you in order to ruin your soul. Duval has two phases. One is a hedonist, and the other is a big brother who cares about his subordinates. He's trying to seduce you day and night. How long will it be before you give in? So I like demons. That's another thing about me. Don't care too much about angels, which is alright. I mean, I like fallen angels, but like lawful good was never a category I liked. Attractiveness, yeah, he's fairly good looking. I like the horns, I like the scar, I like the outfit that he has in the background. So I would put him in dateable. So then there's Furiel, who's an angel. He likes humans, dislikes lies, and his hobby is reading. He's a decent angel who always puts humans first. He's like an angel we always dreamed of. He follows orders and disciplines. You can tell he takes pride in his role. His decent angel life is gradually crashing. Neither Devil nor Reaper knows what happened to Furiel. What made him change the rules? Was it you? How is Furiel changing the heavens? So he's fairly good looking. I like his sense of fashion. Don't care too much about the angel thing, and he's pretty generic when it comes to his personality. And a few Shall We Date characters are pretty vague and don't really have too much to them. So this is a case where I would just say that this guy is cute. Latias is an angel who favors anything beautiful, dislikes demons, and his hobby is cleaning. Discipline is everything. A humorless angel who rarely smiles, but outside of work, he's a dark angel with a sharp tongue. He protects you all the time from demon or reaper trying to gain your soul. It seems that he knows something about my past. So he's like pretty blah looking. Like, I know Shall We Date games try to make all the characters look attractive. So like, the one, if there was like a scale 1 to 10, 1 would be very average looking and 10 is like a sex god. I would put this guy in like 1 or 2. Like, he's very average looking, especially for an angel. He likes anything beautiful. Okay. He doesn't like demons, which is a problem with me. And he doesn't have a sense of humor, which I don't think we're gonna get along. I'm gonna put him in not my type. So then we get to Rog, who likes It's a Secret, dislikes Angel and Reaper and incompetent people that work for him, and hobby is keeping it a secret. Rog never takes humans seriously, except for the Devil King. He is loyal to his boss. To Rog, the end justifies the means, hence is good. He has no interest in the human world. One day, for some reason, he's come down for your soul. The cruel Rog has changed ever since he met you. So this is the character I chose when I was playing the game. I found him very sexy, the bad boy aesthetic, but his personality is pretty bland, because it's a secret. Everything is a secret with him. But I just found him really sexy. I would put him in bangable. So this is Rainer, who's a Reaper. He likes anything interesting and fun, which is very descriptive. Thank you, Shall We Date games. Dislikes nothing. His hobby is enjoying watching Rog's reactions. So he's like the comedy relief of the group. Unlike Rival, Rainer has a different personality. Rainer is bright and positive. Too positive that you wouldn't even think he's a Reaper. He can melt your heart with his sweet words, so sweet and gentle, but there's something significant hidden beneath that smile. What's his true identity? When you find out the truth, will you accept him? So he doesn't really look like a Reaper at all. He kind of looks like a standard dude. I like that he has a sense of humor. But again, he's really generic. I just put him into cute. And so, unlike the Pokemon games, I am ranking this by pure physical attraction. So this guy would be on the top when it comes to like physical attractiveness, and this guy would be at the bottom. Because I don't remember all their bios. There are 200, maybe more characters that I'm going to go through that I don't even know half of their names. So I'm just basing it off that. Now, if there is a detail that I do remember, then maybe I'll just move them up like a few slots. But other than that, like, it's just based off physical attractiveness. Rival. He's a Reaper who favors souls, dislikes angels and demons. His hobby is looking for his collection of souls. A Reaper with an icy face and an avid collection of souls. He's captured by your beauty and decides to spend the last 7 days with you. He and Duval dislike each other. He would be willing to swing his scythe down upon Duval. Duval hides his emotions up behind a hood over his eyes. Nobody knows what he's thinking about. But can you melt his frozen heart? So this is the guy I almost chose when playing the game because he's also sexy. He kind of reminds me of, like, a young version of Adrian from Little Nicky, which is one of my husbandos, because he's a devil and whatnot. Again, pretty generic, but he's sexy, and he's like a Reaper, which I find really cool. I also like how he kind of represents the Death card from Tarot. I'm gonna put him in bangable. So this is Alfred from Blood and Roses. He says, "What you like is me. Am I wrong?" He's a young vampire and descendant of Harold, the father of vampires. I heard that he used to be a kind man at heart, even if he's highly oppressive to humans like you. But I think you can find out who he really is. So, he's a vampire, which is really sexy, and he has a whip, so he's kinky, and I like kinky guys. I remember him flirting with me in the first chapter, even though I did not choose him. Like, he was just, like, very flirtatious, really feelsy guy. Personality, he seems to dislike humans, which could be a problem, but he's attractive, and I'd fuck him, so, bangable. So this is Bradley, who says, I'd rather like those moans of pain and that grimace on your face. Bradley and I joined the Vampire Supremacist organization, whose goal is to establish a society without the human race. Wondering what he loathes about humans, you would need to brace yourself when knowing the truth. So he's also a vampire, and he's extremely good looking, and he's kinky as well. The only issue is he wants to annihilate humans, and I identify as a human, and I'd be a little bit scared of him. But he's another guy I would bang, so he's going into bangable. Like, we might have nothing in common, but I'd hook up with him. So this is Gerard, who says, I never thought I'd fall in love with a human. He's my Dragon West servant. Well, that may not seem like the right term to describe our relationship because we work for each other. Kind of. He may sound harsh, but he's genuine and knows how to take care of everyone. You might find him interesting. So you're going to see me stumble on words. This is because I cannot read for the life of me. There are several takes that I probably did that I cut out because what I read sounded unintelligible. But Gerard, he looks really sexy. He comes off as a bad boy, which I like. He's harsh but genuine, so he has like a soft side as well. I would date him. So this is Jack, who says, what? Are you scared of me? He started working in the hotel not too long ago. He has a good reputation as a cook, but because of his frivolous nature and work attitude, he receives punishments from Raven often. Seems like he never learns. So, I don't even know what frivolous means. I have to look this up. So, BRB. Frivolous, not having serious purpose or value. So, he's a jokester, and I like a man with sense of humor. And I also like a man who can cook, because I don't cook. So, he's funny, and he's kind of kinky as well by his phrase. I'd marry this guy. So this is Humphrey, who says, hello, beautiful. Which kingdom are you the princess of? So he has a way with words. He's a wizard who came to the Hotel Libra as a guest. He's a good friend of Raymond, Harold, and Tatiana and mine. Even though he's a seducer with magical knowledge he has, I admit that he's the best wizard in the world. However, you must always remember you need to pay the prices in order to use magic. So I practice divination and magic, so I just find this guy fascinating. He's a bad boy, and he's charming. And he's a seducer, and I like a kinky man. This guy is going to marry me. So then we get to Daniel, who's the guy I chose when playing this game. He says you shouldn't get closer to the brothers more than necessary. He's staying at this hotel for a long time. I really don't know about him. He's a man of few words, but I know he gets lost in the hotel. I see him taking directions from Jack at least once a day. They must be good friends. So here's the thing about me. I cannot date introverts because I identify as an introvert. Well, ambivert because I'm an extroverted introvert. So I don't know how well we can get along. And he also gets lost all the time. And I also get lost all the time. So I think we would just be a mess of a couple. But he's good looking. I'm going to put him into cute. Like, I'm starting to question why I didn't choose Humphrey. This is Spade, who says, you need to return being human and get back to your village. His name is Spade, the Black Knight who's been watching you in the form of a cat. He can't remember how long he's been living here. I've known about him for a while, but I still don't get him. Decide whether you need him or not. So I really don't care about his appearance. Like, I like the outfit, but the cyan doesn't really go well with the black. Like, black is supposed to go with everything, but unless this guy is like a rave kid, which I pretty sure he isn't, that would make sense, but it doesn't here. Like, he's a cat boy. He should have like ears and a tail or something. He doesn't really scream cat boy. And I don't like the hair, like the two colored hair like that. It just, I don't know, doesn't work with me. I'm gonna put him in not my type. Then we have Raymond, who says this is going to be lots of fun, and I assume that means by teasing me, so I'd like that. He's a hotel manager and is belonging of Harold, an ex-human turned into a vampire. He isn't easy to deal with, but Harold is gone. He's taking care of Alfred and Rupert in his own way. So he's not really easy to get along with. And other than that, he doesn't have any personal qualities. But he looks good, and he's kinky. I would put him into bangable. Actually, move this guy up because he has a whip. Then we get to Lionel, whose inspiration hit me at the moment I saw you. Will you become a model for my picture? People call him a good for nothing, but I disagree. They don't know what he's talking about because he's genuine and passionate. He's also a talented painter. The more I learn about him, the more he becomes attractive. He's a young vampire that has a great future ahead of him. So I like an ambitious man, though he looks really young for me. Like, I want to say he looks 18 to early 20s, and I'm 26, and I prefer older guys. But he's creative and whatnot. I would put him into dateable. Callus, who is already going into bangable because I've read his bio so many times, but I'm going to read it for you guys anyway. You know I'm not going to do that. Give me your best shot if you want to escape. And I wouldn't want to escape from him. Like, Jesus, he's like Peter Steele level sexy. He seems to be a relative of the owners of the hotel. It's rare of him to show his face around here, so why suddenly appear? He reeks of trouble, and I don't want you to get involved, but if you're prepared for what might happen, try talking to him. Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm prepared to bang him, so he's going into bangable. Then we get Rogan, who says, if I touch you now, I'll never let you go. Are you okay with that? I'd be okay with that. He's a security guard of the hotel. He likes to be alone and places a distance between himself and others, but seemingly he's friends with Harold and Raymond. Although he remains a man of mystery to me, he might open up his heart to you. So he's good looking. Like, I'd give him 7 or 8. But he's an introvert. I'd also put him into bangable, because you don't need to be an introvert to be bangable. You could be like the most introverted person. I'd bang you. Rosary, whose outfit, oh my god, I hate it. He says, I'm glad the first person I ever fell in love with is you. I've been friends with Rosary for a long time. However, I don't seem to know too much about him. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he does. But what I do know is he has a heart of gold. No one is as gentle and kind for him. You'll know what I mean once you talk to him. So I have a thing for effeminate men, but there are a few cases where men are way too effeminate for me. And this guy would fall into that category, because he is a hot mess when it comes to fashion. And, yeah, it's just not meshing with me. He's going into not my type. So then this is Gordon, who says, making medicine, inventing tools, and other things like that. I may not know him well. He isn't a bad guy, though. I just don't seem to understand him. There's something about him, that's for sure, and I don't know what it is, haha. If you're curious, why not find out for yourself? Yeah, I'd be curious to know what he is, and what he likes and whatnot. Like, his personality isn't really descriptive. He's a mysterious man. I do like mysteries, but I hope he's not an introvert, but I'm gonna put him into dateable. Edgar, who says, you don't have to worry about looks, you'll pass. Flattering. Yes, I'm fully aware of him. I hear that he's a historically famous family, although he does read books all day. His unfathomable knowledge and logical deduction are impressive, but he's not good with people. You may get along with him, though. I have a feeling we wouldn't. Even though he's a smart guy, he might, like, overpower me with his knowledge, and I don't find that attractive. He also reads, and I don't like reading. He's going into not my type. Actually, Cat makes a better suitor than the angel. Cedric, I'm not great because I'm a vampire. I'm great because I'm me. Good motto to live by. He's a vampire that's gone lost for a while. It's probably best if you ask what happened during his absence. He's not a conventional vampire, especially by the way he thinks. He can be a handful until you understand his nature. He isn't a bad guy, though. So this is another case where I feel like he's a little young for me. I don't like his outfit either. His hair and face, though, yeah, it's fairly attractive. I'd put him into cute. So this is Dominique, who says, I love you, immediately making his confession to me, and that's a little bit forward, buddy. His bio gets cut off, so I can only read what's on screen. He's your childhood friend and a wizard apprentice, right? I don't know too much about him, but it looks like he's a man with strong principles. So I don't like the eye patch. It kind of freaks me out, and I don't understand what's going on with his outfit. Like, he has like this mechanical shoulder on one side and nothing on the other. Um, and he's a childhood friend of mine. I guess that's okay, but I'm putting him in the friend zone, though. He's not my type. Rupert, who says, I guarantee you'll always be my number one. A young vampire and descendant of Harold, the father of vampires. He's Alfred's older brother. Since little, he was raised and trained strictly to become the next heir of Harold. He may seem to like you, but well-behaved gentleman to you, but he isn't showing his true intentions. Don't let your guard down. So, he's a gentleman, but he has like a bad boy alter ego, which I like. I don't care too much about the two-toned hair, to be honest. Like, I get that we're living in an era where you can have multicolored hair and whatnot, but I don't like the yellow and blue together. Don't care for the outfit either. But he's a flirtatious fellow, and I like that. I'd put him into dateable. Then we get to Sasha, who, goddamn, looks gorgeous. Now who's the one being mean? You're a naughty girl encouraging me like that. He's like flirtatious and kinky. I like that. He's looking for someone called Empress. I've talked to Sasha in the hotel a couple of times, but I almost know nothing about him. He's mysterious. I wonder what he really is. Oh, I seem to remember he seems to be curious about you. Why not having a chat with him? So he's a spiritual person, but he's also mysterious. But despite the mystery to him, I'd marry him. Just because of the spirituality, and he's kinky, and of course the long hair. And I'm also a furry, so I like the ears, and I'm sure I'd like his tail as well. So he's going to marry me. Evan, who says, I started wanting the future with you. If you wish it, I'll live for you. He's a suspicious fellow who I've seen around the hotel multiple times. I heard that he's a vampire noble, but I don't think that's quite right. I wonder if there's something more behind it. If you're curious, start a chat with him. So he's a bad boy. He's a vampire. And he's fairly good looking. And he's also a bit of a flirt. I'm putting him into bangable. So this is Shiki who says, geez, I'm not going to be able to hold myself back if you say things like that. And he doesn't need to hold back. Like, you already have my heart and eyes and loins. Like, goddamn, this guy is sexy. So about him, he belongs to the quartet Mirage. We've been together so long as if we're childhood friends. Since Shiki's pretty cool and quiet, people misunderstand him, but he's actually quite kind deep down. If you want to get to know him, then try talking for him for a bit. Jesus, I cannot read. So he's mysterious, but he's outspoken. He's also a bit of a flirt, and he's good looking. I'm debating whether I put him into bangable or dateable. But I put him into dateable just because we might have something in common. Yeah, that's where I'm going to put him. Actually, right here. Then we have Jay, who doesn't have a bio. He says, it's the reason why I can't let you go. I like the outfit, but I don't like the mask. I'm getting Hannibal vibes from it. I like the ears, and I'm assuming he's pretty kinky, but like maybe he's submissive because he's wearing a collar, and I identify as a submissive type, so I'm not sure how we'd get along. Despite the mask, I'd put him into bangable. Kenneth, you would have been better if you never met me. So he's pessimistic. I heard that Kenneth is a kind, caring doctor, but I wonder if that is his true form. I don't think you should get too involved with him. I only get bad vibes from him. So he's a bad boy. He's a doctor, which is good because I like a smart man when it comes to health. But I don't like the pessimism. I would just put him in dateable. Actually, you're going right here because of your pessimism, buddy. So I know there's more Blood and Roses characters, but I'm just going in order of my PowerPoint. So we're jumping to Castle Break, starting with Jordan. Sir Jordan is an evil ghost that is taking every chance to kill you. He enjoys watching you suffer, but he seems like he has his reasons. I'm already scared of this guy. Doesn't he look like the type that would never let his prize get away? You know, the total possessive type? You mean like a yandere? In that case, I definitely would not want to date this guy. He is not my type. I do not like yanderes. Then we have Noah, who is the Grand Mage. Hair color is carrot. Thank you, Roy, for stating that. I could not tell by his appearance. He always invades people's space very lightly, especially when it's someone he likes. Watch out when he says you're fascinating. He definitely has something. He's definitely up to something. Appearance wise, I don't care. Like, I don't like all the jewelry with that outfit. It looks like a mess. But he's a mage, which is cool. I don't know. I'm just not vibing with this guy. He's not my type. The tacky outfit makes you go over here. Roy believes in true love. He's faithful and loyal. Never in my life have I met someone like him. Well, beware of his decent, obedient-looking man. He is a man after all. I believe you know what I mean. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean, Levy. because men are different. You know, there's all kinds of men. But I like that he's faithful and he's fairly good looking. I don't know too much about his personality, but because of that, I'm gonna put him into cute. Renov. He's the kind of guy who never knows what to give up. What do you think? Renov is a simple man. I knew him long ago, but he's lacking in some areas. But his clumsiness will keep you entertained for a while. I think it's time someone can teach him some basic manners to treat ladies right. So he's a bad boy, and I would try to teach him some manners. Um, love the hair, love the ears. He's bangable. Sir Lancelot has every reason to be stubborn. He's a dignified man with a strong purpose in life. He's a real man with a backbone of steel. Don't let his sullen demeanor fool you. He's a real romantic if you're important to him. He is willing to take every risk and effort to be with you. So I like that he's a faithful man and like will do anything to protect me. He also looks really good looking, and I love the Arthurian knight quality to him. Chivalry is not dead. I would marry this guy. Astaroth. He's a smart, no nonsense guy. He's a smart, no nonsense type of guy. Someone said there was something refined about him. What do you think? Hey, take it easy. Don't let the whole refined thing fool you. You should figure out the hidden secret behind the look. So I don't know what refined means either. I have to look that up. Impurities are unwanted elements that have been removed from by processing. All right. So I'm not really sure what it means by he is a refined character. He looks kind of evil, and I like evil guys. Um, but I don't know too much about him. He's not quite bangable either, to be honest. Um, I just put him into cute. So then we get to the can't say no guys, and to be honest, I did not play this game because all three of them look unattractive to me. Like, they're all businessmen and all are pretty boring. We're starting with Akira, though, who says, "You're talking back to me? Why don't you turn around and get back to work?" His occupation as a undergarment manufacturer sales department. He's 6 foot, blood type A, age 38, and his birthday is April 9th. So, like I said, I didn't find any of the guys attractive. He's a very businessy guy, and he's kind of rude. I'm putting him in not my type. But at least he's not trying to kill me. So that you will be on the bottom. Karu, you seem a little bit restless. Are you craving it? Well, are you? He's a foreign trading firm employee. He's 5'10", blood type AB, uh, age 30, and his birthday is November 18th. So he's also a Scorpio. Um, yeah, I'm just not vibing with this guy. Like, he's all businessy, but he's kind of a flirt. So I'll give him points for that. But again, not my type. Subaru, who says, "I know how hard you've been working. I've always been watching you." So you're a creep. Jesus. He's an office security guard. His height is 5'8", blood type B, 24 is his age, and his birthday is March 1st. Um, yeah, he's just creepy. Again, he's unattractive. He's not my type. So then we get to the love tangle guys, and they don't really have bios. They just have a profession and a phrase. So, like, consider this kind of like a speed round, I guess, because they don't have intensive bios. So I'll just be judging based off the information I have in front of me. Now, the images on screen may be different than what I'm looking at because I try to choose high quality images, and sometimes their phrase is different than what's in front of me. So we're starting with Carlo. He's a chef, and he says, "If you're all right, that's all that matters." So yeah, he's pretty cute. I like his sense of fashion, and he can cook. But I don't know too much about him. Like I can tell that he's a caring guy. I just put him into dateable though. So this is Naoki, who's a calligrapher, who says, "I won't take it personally if you avoid me after hearing this." Um, yeah, he's also a pessimist, which I don't like. He's kind of cute though, and he's artsy, as he is a calligrapher. I'm just gonna put him into cute. No, he's artsy. I'll put him higher. So then there's Timo, who's an enthusiastic researcher, but he doesn't look very enthusiastic. He kind of looks very stoic. Um, I can't imagine ever meeting someone as understanding as you. So, I'm assuming he's kind of like a broken bird in a sense. Uh, and he might have like a tragic backstory, which I don't know if I'd like that because I know we all have baggage, but I don't know how much baggage this guy has. Um, he's good looking. I'd put him into cute. So this is Paul, who's a gifted veterinarian. My number one priority is always you. Um, so appearance-wise, I don't care. Using that scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very average looking for an attractive guy, and 10 being sex god, I'd give this guy a 1 or a 2. But he's like very uh, compassionate and whatnot. I'm just gonna put him into cute though. Dean, who says, "I think I was born as unlucky, as pathetic as that seems." That's very pessimistic for a cheerful policeman. Um, he looks good. Like, I'd give him 4 or 5. I'd put him into cute. So this is Wilder Kelly, who's a soul painter, and I don't know what that is, and I looked it up, and all I got was like a book. So I'm assuming it's like a spiritual practice. And his quote says, "I'm always worried that there's something I couldn't see among the stars." So he seems like a spiritual person based off his quote and whatever his profession is. He's good looking, like a 4 or 5. I'm gonna put him into cute. Actually, I'm gonna put him into dateable, just because of that spiritual quality to him. So this is Ike Barnes, who's a hero impartial officer, which I had to Google what that is, and I couldn't find out. All I got was walkthroughs through his route. Um, I'm assuming like he's a police officer, uh, and he says, "Will you run away if I get a little closer, little bunny?" So I like that he has a pet name for me. He's good looking. I'm gonna put him into dateable. Moses Jackson, a genius researcher. Instead of miracles, I like to think as fate. I like to think of life as fate, that you can change whenever you'd like. So he's also a spiritual person, and he's a researcher, so he's like really balanced. Attractiveness, like I'd give him a 6 or 7, so that's dateable. Jonas, who's an investigative journalist. That was close, Princess. So I like the pet name. He's fairly generic looking, to be honest. Um, but he writes, so I like to write too, so we might have something in common there. I'm putting him into cute, just because I don't know too much about him. Sylvan, who's a brilliant doctor, he says, "Let me see that." I'm not really sure what he wants to see. Maybe my pretty face or probably a rash. I'm not sure, but he's a brilliant doctor. And he's really good looking. I love the coat with that outfit. Um, I'd put him into dateable. So then there's Valentine, who is an indomitable, I cannot say that, vocalist, which apparently means he cannot admit defeat. So he's struggling in one area. Um, there's nothing I can't do with you by my side. So he's already gorgeous, like a 10 out of 10. And he sings, and like I also sing. I like a man who's musically inclined. And he's romantic. I am putting him into Marry Me. Like, I know almost nothing about him, but judging by his features and his quote and his occupation, I would just put him in Marry Me. Earl, who's an uncanny programmer. He says, "Really, you shouldn't think about your. Really, you should think about yourself sometimes." So I'm assuming that the main character in this game is like a selfless character, like almost like a Toru Honda, from Fruits Basket, who is my girl. Um, he's an uncanny programmer, so he's pretty smart. Um, he looks alright. I'm gonna put him into cute. So this is Lex, who is an intense firefighter. It says privid, but I had to look up what that word meant. He says, "I will save you at all costs." So he's like heroic and whatnot. And he's fairly good looking, but he kind of looks like that other guy with the blue hair, just now with the red hair. So kind of lazy design in that aspect. But I'm putting this guy into cute. Yeah, like this guy looks identical to this guy. So this is Oliver, who is a friendly top model. As you can see, I've been looking up words because I don't even know how to pronounce them, and I don't know what their definition is, because I am dumb. Uh, I want to boast about the world about how super adorable you are, can't I? So he looks fairly cute, but I don't care about the pink hair. Like, I know that men could wear pink, but it's just not working for me. Um, I'm gonna put him in cute, though. Carter, who's a reliable butler. I never thought I would come to love someone as much as I love you. Um, so I don't really care too much about being a butler. Like, yeah, I don't know. He's romantic, but he's really generic looking. I'm putting him into cute. Andrea, who's a confident, assertive photographer. You really throw me off. This is the one time I wished a woman wouldn't cry. So I'm assuming that the main character cries a lot, but goddamn is he sexy. Like, I am not the photogenic person, so I don't know if I can be his model, but he's sexy. I would bang him. Henrik, who's a mischievous prince. I'm not sure what he's prince of, but he's a mischievous prince. He says, "You're far more beautiful in the sky full of stars." He looks really young for me. Like, I don't like his outfit either. The prince thing is cool, though. And he's kind of spiritual, but you know what? I'm just not vibing with this guy. I'm gonna have to put him in not my type. Cornelius Cruz, which that's an unfortunate name because he's a luxurious captain. Our relationship will last longer than this cruise. Um, yeah, he's fairly attractive. I'm assuming he's very good on the ocean. Um, I'd put him in dateable. Um, Cody, who's an ambitious actor. I won't let anyone take you away from me. So he looks like Hyo from Fruits Basket. He's an actor, so like I'm assuming he's fairly extroverted and he's protective of me. I'm gonna put this guy in dateable. So then we have Ryan, who's a charismatic bartender, which I like. I can do anything when I'm with you. So he looks pretty generic looking, but I like the charisma. I'm putting him into cute. William, who's an attentive florist. He says, "You're my princess." Judging by his fashion sense, he looks pretty young. Uh, he has like a feminine side, which is cool, and I like being a princess. I'm putting him into cute. Miguel, who is a gold medalist. It doesn't say what he's a gold medalist of, but I can imagine that he is ripped. What are you doing here? Come sit by my side. Um, yeah, he's really good looking. I would bang him. Nolan, who's an elite lawyer, who says, "What about getting some fresh air with me?" So that's a generic phrase, and you're kind of generic looking. But you're a lawyer, so that gives you some points. I'm putting you in cute. Yamato, who's a brave kendo practitioner. I didn't know you can be a kendo practitioner. I know you can be a kendo person, or someone who practices kendo, but I never heard of a kendo practitioner. He says, "This victory is for you." So he's fairly sporty and like he cares about me. Appearance wise, he's fairly attractive. I'm putting him into cute though. Angelo, who's an influential architect. Being an architect is to create places that become people's own world. So he's fairly artsy and he's good looking. Um, I'd put him into dateable. So now we've moved on to Demon's Bond, starting with Chitose. Known as the demon chieftain of the 9 provinces of the Western Seas, he's also a member of the 10 Demon Alliance. He's easygoing in nature, makes him popular with the other demons. He's somewhat overconfident, often letting little praise go to his head. So he's popular, but he has a little bit of an ego, which is fine. I find him fairly attractive. I'd put him into dateable. Kazuya, who looks like Sasuke if he was way sexier. Known as the demon chieftain of the 6 districts of Matsu, he's also a member of the 10 Demon Alliance. While his aloofness makes others keep his distance, he's deeply trusted by his chieftains and the demon villagers. So he looks really good looking, but he's not the nicest of the bunch. I'm putting him into bangable. Shin, known as the living god of the western provinces, he's also a member of the 10 Demon Alliance. Unlike the other clans, he is worshipped by humans. He loves dealing out venomous quips with a smile, making it hard to tell if he's truly serious. So he has a sense of humor, and he's really good looking, and he has a good sense of style. I really like the coat he has. I put him in Mary May. So this is Senkimaru, head of the Hatsushima clan. He's seeking to regain membership along the Ten Demon Alliance. His clan was exiled from the Ten Demon Alliance and banished as demons, due to his crimes of his forefathers several centuries ago. He is finally permitted to visit the Yase village during his summoning. He carries a chip on his shoulders and always looks down on others. So, to be honest, I don't like his appearance. It's way too effeminate for me, and he kind of has issues with humans. I'm putting him in not my type. Kazutake, known as the Wayfarer, he's also a member of the Ten Demon Alliance. He's the eldest among the younger chieftains of the Ten Demon Alliance. He's like a big brother who naturally ends up keeping the peace. So his shirt is wide open, which I like. He's good looking and he's like a big brother. Appearance-wise, yeah, I'd give him a 7 or 8. I'd put him into dateable. So here's where things get weird because I combine the two Destiny Ninja games together. There's Destiny Ninja 1 and then there's Destiny Ninja 2, just because I thought it's technically the same game with different characters. And on my PowerPoint, you'll see someone from Destiny Ninja 2, and then here's Destiny Ninja 1 over here. We're starting with Akira. Beautiful on the outside, strong on the inside. Likes aestheticism, and Yoshimasa, which I assume is a character, but I'm not entirely sure. Dislikes ugliness, so he has some vanity to him. Hobby is shopping and makeup, so he has an effeminate side. And, yeah, he looks really good. I love the outfit, love the hair, love the sword. But he has a bit of a vanity problem. I'm gonna put him in bangable. Benki, delicate and slender, so easily broken. And then there's useless information like he's 6'2", and born in the Minato clan, and weapon is a halberd. He doesn't have a description, so I'm just basing this off of delicate and slender. I don't know. He looks very average. I'm putting him in not my type. And yeah, women love this when we do it, isn't it? He's 5'9", from the Fire Village, and his weapon is a hand claw. A spoiled son of the leader of the Fire Village. However, he never lies back on his power and takes the ninja training seriously, making him one of the best warriors in the village. Being naughty sometimes is his weakness. I do like naughty boys, and this guy is attractive. I'm gonna put him in bangable. Fuyukiku, he likes stars and nights, dislikes traditional customs of the Winter Village. His hobby is stargazing, and he's from the Winter Village, loved by God, but is a shell of forever alone. So, I don't like that pessimism there. I'm assuming he's, like, spiritual because he likes stars, and I also don't like traditions. I think some things are bound to change. I'm gonna put this guy in cute. No, dateable. Goyo, who says, "Will you let me protect you?" He met Yoshitsune after coming to Japan from the mainland. After that, he began his ninja training, acquired the skills of the shinobi. His lineage is why he came to Japan is both mysteries. So there's a lot of mystery to him, but he seems pretty protective. His kimono has like several patterns going on. I just realized that, like, it's very psychedelic. He looks alright. Nothing special. I'm putting him into cute. This is Hattori Hanzo. Now, there is 3 Hattori Hanzos in the Shall We Date universe. This is Hattori Hanzo Kasamasa. Um, the other one is in Destiny Ninja 2, and I believe the third one is in Ninja Destiny, which will be covered in the next video. So he says, I want you in my arms forever. He's 5'10", son of the leader of the Wind Village, keeps the interest of the village to his utmost priority, removing anything that could get in the way. Due to his reliability in contemplating missions, he's a highly valued as a ninja. So he's a romantic type, which I like. I like his appearance. I'd give him a 5 or 6. I'd put him into dateable. Where would I put him? Yeah, because the art style makes a difference, because there's all sorts of different art styles that Shall We Date games. Like, for example, Destiny Ninja 2 has, like, this pastel aesthetic to it, and, like, Guilty Alice has, like, this even more pastel. And then we have something like, Love Tangle, where things are a little more crisp and clear, where it looks like an actual anime. And because of this technique, it makes it very hard to judge how sexy that person is. So that's why it took me a while. So this is Hattori Hanzo Ayu. So he's caring, reliable wind welder. He likes books, nature, and fashion, dislikes sweets. That spiky-haired, selfish guy, I don't know who that is. His hobby is reading and plants, and he's born May 23rd. So he's fairly good looking, and I like that his shirt's open. I don't know if we would have a lot in common. Like, I do like fashion, but I don't care too much about books and nature. I'm gonna put him in cute. Hyosuke says, I'm not sure if I can take my hands off you. Is clearly loved by everyone, taken in the water village at a young age. However, few people know his whole story. I feel like everyone in Destiny Ninja doesn't know their whole story. Like, all of them are pretty mysterious. He looks alright. And he's a touchy-feely guy. I'd put him into dateable. Hyuga, who says, all you have to do is ask for my help obediently, and I'd be obedient for him because that's the guy I chose when I played Destiny Ninja, and that was the first Shall We Date game that I played. He pretends to be kind and obedient in front of his master, but he's mischievous, sadistic under the surface. Originally born into the farmer family, he was raised in the fire village and became a ninja. He's burdened by everyone with a secret he cannot confess to anyone. So he's a sadist, which I like. He's kinky. He's going into bangable. Without a question. Ibiki, who likes drinks, women, and nature, dislikes cowards. His hobby is walking, napping, and shooting, and gentle but wild gunman with mature charms. So I like mature men, I like older men. He looks really good. And I like an extroverted man. Personality. This is really small for me to read. I'm just gonna skim through and I'll pick out some words. Personality is thought to be similar to one of Norsune, the brother of Somo. Well, I don't know who any of those characters are. He's easy to get along with. Okay. So, yeah, I give him a 9 in appearance. And the extroversion I like. And he's mature. He's going to marry me. Kaito, who likes all sorts of food, dislikes height, which I don't understand that. His hobby is swimming. A genius fire welder ninja who suppresses his ancestors. So his bio, I'm just gonna pick out a few keywords that I find. However, as a genius ninja, he's not happy playing second, because his ancestor is Enya, who I think we already put him in the list, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe RB for a second. Yeah, so we did do Enya. So he's not happy being the second Enya. He has rivalries with big cities. People look down on him. So he kind of reminds me, his personality reminds me of Sasuke, which I don't like, but he's really good looking. I'm putting him into bangable. Kikyo, who likes black and Chinese tea, dislikes spicy food, and playing the erhu is his hobby. The erhu is the Chinese violin, which sounds majestic. I love traditional Chinese music. It's so relaxing. A skillful samurai who aspires to be the next chieftain. So I don't know too much about his personality other than we both like tea, and I do like music. Appearance-wise, yeah, he looks okay. I'd give him a 5 or 6. I'd put him into dateable. Quiet, leave it to me, says Mizuki. He's 5'9", a shinobi from the water village who suppresses his feelings. He's a man of few words and emotion, but gentle and pure heart. The regret he feels about taking a cold stance is quite adorable. So I've seen pictures with him without a mask, and he looks really good. Personality, so he doesn't talk much, but he's pure-hearted. I'm just gonna have to put him into cute, because I don't know if we would have any interesting conversations. Norisune, who says, I will come for you, just you wait. He doesn't have a bio either, other than he's 5'8". He looks alright. Though the only thing I know about his personality, he's pretty protective. I'm putting him into cute. So this is Ran, who likes me and Fuyukiku, so that's one of the characters that we already put in the list that also has white hair. So I'm assuming, like, this guy is bisexual, which is hot. Dislikes ghosts and monsters, so he gets scared easily. Hobby is having a bout, which I don't know what that means. The devil child with a heart as pure as snow, so he's a bad boy. He looks really good. I'd put him in bangable. Rindo, who looks sexy. A daredevil who wears a dangerous air. He likes sake and women, dislikes sweets. His hobby is singing, and he's from the Autumn Village. So he looks really sexy, and he's extroverted. And he's pretty daring, and I need an adventurous guy in my life. That's what I need, because I live under this giant rock, and I'd like to explore more to life. I'm putting him in Marry Me. Shiroya, who looks way too young for me. He looks 13. Way too young for me. That's illegal. He likes sunflowers, dislikes the dark and confining places. His hobby is cooking. And what's behind that angelic smile? Well, regardless, this guy is not my type. Like, I don't want to get in trouble for putting him in another category. He's underage. So this is Yayoi, who says he's shy yet determined samurai with a heart of gold. Likes cherry blossoms and roses or any beautiful flowers. Dislikes those who don't know how to appreciate, and it doesn't say what not to appreciate. His hobby is listening to classical music, and he's a Cancer. So he looks really good. Love the outfit. Love the hair. You can't see it from this image, but like there's another image of him with long hair, and he looks sexy. And he has a heart of gold, which is good. I'm not too much a flower person. Like, I'm more of a chocolate person, but regardless, I would put this guy in dateable. Soma, who says, will you stop crying if I give you sweets? A gentle and protective brother. Being mean sometimes makes your heart beat faster. The loss of everything once in his past an unknown background. The last injured gave him an artificial right hand. So like he's like a big brother and he teases me, which is sexy. Appearance wise, he looks alright. I'm gonna put him in dateable. So this is Yoshimasa, who likes the natural, dislikes the unnatural. His hobby is playing chess, and then the most mysterious loner. So I'm not sure what the natural and unnatural is. Maybe like metaphysical stuff. He's a loner, which I don't really like, but you know what? He's really good looking. Like, I love the aesthetic going on for him. I'd put him in bangable. So then we get to Yoshitsune, who says, you have nothing to worry about. He's 5'8", a gentle prince from the Genji clan. He is considerate to his subordinates. They definitely rely on him because he's thoughtful to everyone, cool-headed and quick thinking. He was educated as an heir to the clan. Everyone believes that he never shows weakness, but so I like that he's not shy. I like that he's caring. I like that he's smart. Appearance wise, give him a 5 or 6. Like, this is one of few cases where the long hair doesn't turn me on. I think it has something to do with like the aesthetic or the art style or something. I'm putting him into dateable. Do I want to move anybody? This guy's like spiritual. Yeah, that makes more sense. Ash, who says you're so warm, I feel peaceful with you. He likes a fluffy bed, dislikes rain, his hobby is sleeping, and his skill is being able to sleep anywhere. So he's really lazy, and I don't like that. And he kind of looks boring. He's dressed for winter, and winter is here. But appearance-wise, yeah, it just isn't doing it for me. He's sleepy and mysterious air to him. However, on a serious note, he knows how to show. However, the serious side of him that he shows occasionally is nothing like his usual self. If you can't make a heart, you're going to be killed, right? Do you really understand what it means to have your life at stake? What kind of past has this man with a large sword endured? Yeah, despite his other side, like, he's just not my type. Yeah. So this is Bill, who says, I can't leave you alone to your fate. Um, he likes his hometown, dislikes a dark atmosphere. His hobby is all kinds of sports, and his skill is archery. I love archers. I find them really sexy. Um, but I don't know too much about his personality other than he's protective of me. Appearance-wise, yeah, I'd give him a 7 or 8. I'd put him in dateable. Huh. I'm thinking about it because there's like a few qualities I do remember, and there's a few qualities I don't remember, and that's also like causing me some confusion, I guess, for placement. Um, I think that should do it. Still thinking about it though. Is this guy down? No, that doesn't work. Yeah. Alright. I'm happier now. Cheshire. This is the only time you'll ever have to hear me use this. So he likes the nighttime, dislikes the smell of roses, his hobby is teasing people, and his skill is seeing through lies. So I don't know too much about this personality, other than he's a tease, and goddamn is he good looking. I am putting him in bangable. The Mad Hatter, who says, more importantly, let's have a tea party. And goddamn, his outfit is terrible. There's too many patterns going on, dude. Though he does look okay, like, from his face. Likes tea parties and hats. Dislikes coffee. His hobby is traveling and finding tea leaves, and his skill is making hats. Despite how ugly his outfit is, I'd put him into cute. But I'm putting him pretty high up there because we both like tea, and I love tea. I'm drinking tea right now. Yeah. So this is Joker, who I don't like the outfit because of the two different prints. It just doesn't match. I like that he has a piercing, though, and I like the red streak. It's not overpowering like the other guys I've seen, but, like, he does, like, have a little hint of red. It kind of reminds me of Ruby from Ruby. He likes animals that don't talk, dislikes his own name, his hobby is nothing special. Oh boy. And his skill is throwing knives. He has a cold air about him, preventing others to get close to him, but he tries to lend a helping hand. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing this for myself, not for you. Why did he agree to help? Some people say that it has something to do with his name, Joker. In Wonderland, people glare not only at you, but with him with cold eyes. What would you do when you realized why they hate him so much? So, he's unpopular, which is fine. Like, it's fine that people have, like, different statuses or not. Like, I say I like the men who like women because they're very extroverted. But, like, in this case, he's not well-liked at all, but he's really good looking. I would put him into bangable, despite the terrible outfit. Actually, the piercing gives you points. Sakuto, who looks like my husbando, Prince Diamond. I want to protect you with my heart and fight for you. He likes snow lilies and doesn't know what he dislikes. His hobby is reading and his skill is chess. You don't have to worry about anything, he says. You have a fairy tale experience with him, riding on a Pegasus and looking around the castle. Meanwhile, the Red Queen orders you to take apart the chess wars. What on earth are they? The fairy tale doesn't seem to last very long. And one more thing, this Prince Charming seems to be hiding something. Can you tell what it is? So we don't have a lot of in common, but he looks sexy. I'm putting him into bangable. So now we've gone to Guard Me Sherlock, starting with James. He's a billionaire, which I didn't know that was an occupation. He's also a mathematics professor and the Napoleon of crime. His style is cute, which I'm not really sure what that means. I think that's like when you get items in the game and like the style choices you choose, which I've never really paid attention to because I don't like investing money into these games. Like the premium ones, like I'll pay for the story and that's it. And then there's one case where I did pay for the side story, which I'll talk about in the second video. But this guy, he's one of the richest men in the world, an old enemy of Sherlock. His true identity is unknown. So he looks pretty generic. I like that he's a math professor, and I'd like to be a math professor one day. I don't know what a Napoleon of crime is, though. I'm putting him into cute. Micah, he's a university student. He's the landowner of 221B, having lost both of his parents at a young age. The Holm brothers have been taking care of his family like a far brother to him. So yeah, he's kind of cute. He seems a little young, but he's cute. I think that's where I'm gonna put him. Cute. So then we have John Watson, who is a doctor, but now is my assistant. He's Sherlock's best friend and flatmate. He's outgoing and popular among his friends. Beneath the surface, however, he suffers from trauma he experienced on the battlefield as an army surgeon. Yeah, he looks good. I'd give him a 5 or 6. He's pretty popular. I'm putting him into dateable. So then we have Sherlock, who is a consulting detective. Office 221 Baker Street in London. He has an exceptional reasoning ability, but doesn't have interest in anything but solving cases. This trait makes him look like a weirdo. So he kind of reminds me of Dr. House. And I don't know if we would get along, like as much as I love Dr. House. In the dating world, we would not go together. Not because of his age or anything, but because of his personality. It's just too quirky for me. I'm putting him in not my type. Mycroft, who is a mastermind, which again, I didn't know that was a occupation. He's the older brother of Sherlock, and he's smart as his brother. The Queen is especially fond of him as he works in the foreign ministry. He's also the founding member of the Jonas Club, where his indolent gathers. Something about evil. I cannot read cursive that well. Yeah, he's cute, and he's fairly popular. I'm gonna put him into cute, though. Wait a second. I accidentally moved the wrong person. Yeah, I moved the wrong person. I'm fixing that. But now that we fixed that, this is Henry Jekyll. He's a scientist who likes sexy women. Is a clear-headed scientist working in the lab. He's always calm and exercises his intellect. He holds his brother near and dear. Keep calm and believe in virtue. I like that motto. Yeah, he's good looking. I'm gonna put him into dateable. So now we're moving into Arabian Nights. He says, don't worry, it will work out. Um, the kind of young man you met at the Medina Bazaar. He has a magic word. It will work out for sure. He's just like an emotional beacon of light for you. So he's pretty optimistic, which I like, and he has his shirt wide open. Another sexy trait. He's really good looking. I am going to put him in dateable. Ifrit, a man of mystery, a mystery man with few words, brings you out of the palace. He calls himself the messenger and is waiting for you to spin an interesting tale. It's you who's spinning this tale, he says. So he's fairly good looking. I like his outfit. But he's a man of few words. I don't know if we would get along. I'm putting him into cute. Vafa, the Jinn of the Lamp, only able to leave the lamp while granting wishes of humans. Vafa is caring, but he has his own way of doing things. And he says no more excuses. So he can have his way with me as much as he would like. He's bangable. Did you miss me, Missy? Says Sinbad. An absolute love for the sea. Despite being aloof, he genuinely cares about people around him. Can you be more than his traveling partner? So he's also really good looking. But he's kind of aloof, but he cares about people. Dateable. Zia, a Bengali tribe who is born with ears and tiger tail. He's a quick thinker with sharp senses. He has a natural charm, making him popular. His natural charm makes him popular. His greatest weakness is the cold. You're really something else, he says. So he's also really good looking. I like the hair, like the ears. Don't care too much about the outfit though. I am putting him in bangable. So, according to my notes, this is a cockscape. Remorse and half-blood. The prospective head of the Nokuzaru. He sounds overbearing yet straightforward and considerate in nature. He cares about his comrades once he trusts someone. He takes care of him or her life. So he's like a compassionate guy. He's really good looking. Like, I'd give him a 7 or 8. And he's a bit of a tease. I am putting him in dateable. Loyalty and mature. This is Yotaru. A massive man who serves the Masutora from a young age. He's friendly and watches over the heroine play with his younger sister Aya. So he looks like a fairly older man. I want to say like in his 40s or 50s, and he looks pretty good for his age. Other than friendly and loyal, I don't know too much about him. He's mature, which is also a plus. I would just put him in dateable. So then we have my friend Ruri Maru, who looks way too young for me to be my childhood friend. Like, we'd have to be at least 10 years apart. Jesus. A bright and energetic boy loved by everyone. He's treated like a young brother by others. He gets along well with the heroine like a brother and sister. So again, this is another one where I'm gonna have to say this guy is underage. He's going into not my type. Masoto bonds with Togi, a birth secret. He's a strong and skilled man above all. He's acknowledged by others. Ever since he met the heroine, he somehow places a distance between himself and her. He's good looking, but he's very mysterious and doesn't want to get too close with me, but he's bangable. Shuya, who's chemist and devoted. A man of few words, he's dead serious personality and places orders above anyone else, yet takes good care of the younger ones. He also plays an important role as a chemist, so he's smart, but he doesn't talk much. And he takes care of others. Appearance wise, he looks alright. I'm putting him into cute. Kansuke, ever young, old, and blonde. A mystery man, although he serves the Shingan Takuda for many years. He looks ageless. He takes an interest in the heroine and tries to approach her. So I don't know anything about his personality, but I have seen images without his eye patch, and he looks sexy. Um, Mystery. I'm putting him into bangable. Underneath Rock, maybe underneath Yuga. Yeah. No. Yeah, the eye patch makes you lose points. Suyin, wound and betrayal, a kind, laid-back personality who is kind to everyone. He loves playing the flute and teaches the knowledge to children. So I'm not really sure what the wound and betrayal part's about, but he's pretty chill. He's good looking, and he's very artistic. I'm putting him into dateable. So this is Billy, not to be confused with Bill, who says, "Hey baby, you want me?" And you can't see this, but I am fatting myself right now. He is sexy. He's age 30. He's a cowboy with the power of clairvoyance. Optimistic and easygoing. He believes the pursuit of pleasure is the most important thing in life. He likes women and often teases you. Awesome. But he looks like a different person when he holds his gun. He's cool and reliable when it comes to his gun. No one can compete with him. You would like him to be like that always. So I like that there's two sides to him, and it's not like a crazy side. Like, he's a tease, but he's also a gentleman. That's what I mean. He is going and marry me. Hayate, who says, "I'll take care of you." He's 28, a private detective, and his power is teleportation. Self-confident and a bit rude. He deals with you like he would a child, making you feel annoyed. But when you're down, he shows a caring side. He is a descendant of a ninja family who is good at sports. He seems to be inherit ninja skills. Hayate can take you anywhere using his teleportation power. So he seems pretty aloof. I don't like his outfit. Like, there's too much going on. And he looks fairly attractive despite that. I'm putting him into cute. So this is So, who says you have nothing to worry about. He's 28, a calligrapher with the power of telepathy. Smart and cool. He's difficult to understand, cold and mean to you. He has a sharp tongue that sometimes shows his gentle side. He's a descendant of the samurai family who has sword skills besides calligraphy. Using his telepathy, he could be reading your mind. I don't know if I would appreciate that. Attractiveness 3 or 4, but he's artsy. I'm putting him in cute, but like a low cute. Then there's Joker, not to be confused with the other Joker from the other Alice game. Yeah, it's very confusing. You're an interesting woman. I like it. Despite your wariness, he began to have an interest in you, sharing something in common. It's hidden in major truth which affects your destiny. He likes magic tricks and dislikes bitter food. So, he likes me, which is good. But I don't know if we have anything in common. Like, I don't like magic tricks. I'm putting him into dateable. Cronus, who is the timekeeper, likes animals, and dislikes the nighttime. I wish you a good night's sleep. My magic should do it. Having little to say, he keeps stealing time from people, which is a mysterious aspect. His true feelings remain unknown, but things start to change when... so he doesn't talk much, but he looks good. I would put him in bangable. Yeah, like, he looks really good. Kyle, who is the Cheshire Cat and likes Alice, which I assume is me, and dislikes a cold place. His seductive smile, love confession, and physical contact assure you from his world. You're truly the only one who could see through his heart. You're my one and only Alice. So he looks alright. I would give him a 6 or 7. I like that he's seductive, and I like that he's part animal. I would put him in dateable. Gilbert. He is the Griffin, which I don't remember a Griffin in the original Alice in Wonderland, but maybe there was one in the remake. I know there was a Jabberwocky, but I don't know if that's the same thing as a Griffin. He likes the sky, which is weird, and dislikes peas, which, okay. A man who suddenly appears in front of you is Gilbert. He's a sincere and honest man, but he's on the wanted list in Wonderland because he obtained freedom. Freedom is not allowed in Wonderland. That's why they call me Betrayal. So he looks passable. He's very generic. I am putting him in cute. Luke, who is the Mad Hatter, likes a peaceful tea party and dislikes crowds of people, so I'm assuming he's also an introvert. I will never forget your real name. Never. The only person who calls you by your real name. It seems like he wants to tell you something. Reveal his long-kept secret in his heart. So he's good looking, and he's mysterious. And he's a gentleman. I put him in dateable. So we're jumping to Lost Island, and I know there's more Lost Alice characters, but my PowerPoint has them in a specific order, so we'll jump back to that as well as Blood and Roses. So Lost Island was another game I did not play because I didn't find the main characters that attractive, except for one, and I that's only because I was making this video. And that's Ichiro. He says, I think I'm falling for you. He likes chocolate, dislikes mantis, which I'm not sure what that is. His hobby is researching golf, and his skill is kendo and calligraphy. I don't know too much about his personality, other than he's like a hopeless romantic, and he likes chocolate. And he's pretty sporty. I would put him in dateable. Rio says, I'll teach you everything. He likes taking initiative, dislikes inefficiency. His hobby is working, and his skill is investigation. So I assume, like, he's like a alpha male in a sense. Well, not like an alpha male, but he likes to take the lead of things. And we're stranded on an island together. I don't know if I would like that. But then again, I wouldn't be a very good leader either. He looks Alright. I'm putting him into cute. Lionel, who says, "You love me, don't you?" Likes protein and dislikes a flabby body. His hobby is building up muscles and cooking. And his skill is battles, which I'm not really sure how that would be effective on a stranded island. He seems like a jock-like character, but I like his tattoos and I like his whole outfit going on. I would put him in just cute. So this is Ren, who likes spicy food, dislikes idiots. His hobby is research, and his skill is studying and sports. His bio is the only one I could find, though on screen you might have seen other people's bios. That's because I'm using different images in my PowerPoint. A young expert on the virus. He's kind research nerd, arriving to work earlier than anyone else and the last person to leave the lab. Research isn't the only inseparable thing from Ren's daily life. It is his daily life. Polite and gentle, however, he seems to be a difficult person as well. He shows a different side when facing events on the island. So he looks really generic, but he's smart and is kind. I'm putting him into cute. Jumping back to Blood and Roses with Zephyr. Back when we first met, I never thought I would want you like this. He's known to be the most skilled assistant of the boss of the Vampire Supremacy Organization. He's strict and cold-hearted, but he also has a side from him that tries to understand what human nature is. You might want to get to know him. He looks sexy. Strict and cold-hearted, though. I would put him in bangable. Vance, who says, "Don't worry, I'll protect you. Leave everything to me and savor the joy of being in my arms." He looks gorgeous. He looks like a vampire knight, so sexy. He's a vampire noble, but he has an aura of his aura is somewhat exceptional, isn't it? I heard that he's always getting into trouble. He likes traveling and has already visited several places. He may have interesting stories to share. Intrigued? Then go talk to him. So he's a bad boy, but he's like experienced with traveling. I'd like to travel, but I'm scared to leave. Not because of COVID, it's just I hate flying. Like, I cannot do flights longer than 6 hours. Like, I'm surprised that I can fly to New York to California so quickly without, like, me having an anxiety attack. But I can't do any long flights. Aside from that, he looks gorgeous. I would put him in dateable. Seth, who goddamn looks sexy. If you have a mission and family waiting for your return, then don't make the wrong decisions. Well, I would make the wrong decisions. It's only a mystery after mystery with him. He's quite a troublesome guy. Whatever is justice to me is evil to him. So we're incompatible in every sense. I hope you're wise enough to see the truth and make the right choice. I've already made the wrong choice. He's bangable. Something about the Blood and Roses characters get like the top of everything. Like, with the only exception being not my type. Yeah. Because Daniel's the top of cute. What's his face is at the top of dateable. Vance, that's what his name is. Callus isn't bangable, the top of bangable, and Humphrey's on the top of Mary May. So things are really interesting in this tier list so far, and I'm still surprised that Mary May has very few candidates. Yeah, let's continue looking at some guys. Ionias, even if you don't understand, it's important for you to stay by my side. He mis- he's a mysterious house guest. I hear that he has a younger brother whose personality is the complete opposite. You may be able to find more about him if you go to the forest where he and then it gets cut off. Um, so he's protective. He's good looking. Um, but he's mysterious. I put him into dateable. Finn, who says, I'll protect you no matter what. He's an extremely talented wizard who often appears aloof. I just know that he has a heart of gold and will open up to you once you get to know him. He visits the forest often to talk to spirits. Ask him if you want to learn about magic. Yes, I would like to learn about magic. He doesn't seem like the aloof type, judging by his appearance. Um, I'd put him into dateable. Cecil, who says, I'd like to take you as my fiance. And I'm going to say I pass on that. You're a little too forward, buddy. Um, Also, the green and purple do not go together like that. That's just atrocious. Somebody needs to teach us some fashion logic. He's the oldest son of the noble vampire family with a long family history. As you've already guessed, he's related to Rupert and I. Though he may appear somewhat aloof, I have a feeling he's fond of you. Well, he's definitely fond of me because he wants to take me as his wife. Um, he looks good, but he has a terrible sense of fashion. He's a little too forward. Uh, I am putting him into cute. Yeah. Right behind the pink haired guy. Yeah. Michalis, I'm interested to see where you end up. I think I'm attracted to you. So he's also a little bit forward. He's my younger brother. He's hard to read. I don't know if I understand him correctly most of the time. He seems to be in awe of something and then it gets cut off. He also looks way too effeminate for me. Um, I am putting him in not my type. So now we're back to Love Tangle with Alexi, who's an enthusiastic astronaut. You'll be watching me when I'm out in space. So yeah, he looks kind of good looking. Uh, I'd put him into cute. Just because I barely know this guy. Lumir, who is a charming fashion designer, but goddamn is his outfit atrocious. The green and purple, again, do not match. I don't get what's going on with his top. And he's wearing like a blue and black scarf on top of that. That's awful. You're like a fairy from a fairy tale. Well, despite his awful fashion sense, he looks good. I would date him. Maxim, who's an insightful natural scientist. There are so many unknowns in the world around us. He looks really good, and I'm assuming he's really smart. I'd put him in dateable. Ace. He is the Lord of the Spades, likes coffee, and dislikes indulgence, so I guess he just doesn't like indulging himself. I want to see that expression that you're wearing right now. So he's kind of a tease. The knight who protects you is highly disciplined, but because of his strictness, everyone calls him the Prince of Darkness. So this character also has an eye patch, which freaks me out, but I've seen pictures with him without it, and he is sexy. He's bangable. Aldo, who doesn't have a role in the Alice in Wonderland universe. He likes relaxing music and dislikes conflict. I can't imagine a future without you. I promised a way to help you. A man with a certain belief is the leader of the group of young men in the underground city. He's calm and a gentleman, yet he is against his younger brother, Dino. So he has some leadership skills, and he's a gentleman. He looks really good. I would put him in dateable just because of his likes and dislikes is very meh. So dateable he's going into. Put him right here. Frederick, who is the dormouse, likes to nap and dislikes being interrupted while sleeping. So he's kind of like Ash, but he's better looking. He says, I don't want you to become the other Alice. I like the way that you are. The informant of Wonderland is Frederick Ray. The dormouse that takes you into the underground city, the city that exists underneath Wonderland. He's good looking, but he's pretty lazy. I am putting him in bangable. Eugene, who plays the Red King, likes fanfare and dislikes nightmares. I think we all dislike nightmares. Despite the peace in the world of dreams, I couldn't see that smile. His mind has always been elsewhere. What will your relationship with him when the mystery is revealed? So there's a lot of mystery to him, which is fine. But he's very generic. I am putting him in dateable, but like a low dateable. There we go. Hansel, who doesn't have a role, likes reading books and sweets, dislikes spicy food. The man who takes you out of Wonderland is Hansel Bennett. His purpose is to bring back his sister's voice and heart. I like your smile, but I want to see more of you today. I don't know. I'm not vibing with this guy. He likes to read and I don't. And he's pretty boring in terms of personality. I'm putting him in not my type. Jeremy, also known as Lupin, he is a businessman. He's a friend of Mycroft, a young businessman from France, a gentleman prone to romanticism who lives as free as the wind. Pleasing ladies is his goal, however, he has a hidden face, which is leave the bedroom window open. He looks really good, and he's a romantic type, which I like, and he's also foreign, so that gets some bonus points. I put him into Mary May. So this is George, who's an inspector. Is an inspector of Scotland Yard and one of Sherlock's few friends. He has a strong sense of justice and is the only person having common sense among the characters. Stop making fun of me, he says. He's pretty generic looking. He believes in justice, which makes him a lawful type. But he has common sense. I am putting him in cute. Sid. He's the March Hare bearer of times, likes traveling, and dislikes ambiguousness. You know, I'll do anything to make you smile. The journey to retrieve time is now. There's nothing impossible in Wonderland, especially having this a supportive man Sid beside you. So he's like really good looking, and he has animal ears, which I find sexy. I find the scars sexy. He has really good fashion sense. But I don't know too much about his personality other than supportive and likes to travel. I'm just gonna put him in dateable though. Red Huber, who likes cooking and dislikes cliffs. That's random. He's taking you. Oh, I'm taking you to the kingdom of Grimm. You've been kidnapped by a mysterious man, the Red Huber. What you see outside of Wonderland you've never seen before. So he looks really good looking, but I don't know too much about this guy other than he's mysterious and he's kidnapped me. I'm putting him into bangable. So we're jumping back to Love Tangle. Sorry about jumping around so much. This is just in order my PowerPoint. This is Yangzi's son, who's a clumsy figure skater, which concerns me because I'm also very clumsy. I trust myself, so I want you to trust me too. He looks good. He has like some trust issues. I am putting him into dateable. Then we have Rami, who says, you're the only partner I can accept. He's a daring adventurer, and I need an adventurous guy. He looks really good. I would put him in dateable. Then we have the Spinner of Tales, going back to Lost Alice. He likes cinnamon tea and dislikes incoherent tales. Yeah, I dislike incoherent tales too. If I hadn't met you, I would have cursed this world for the rest of my life. The greatest mystery in Wonderland is the Spinner of Tales. The reason why his excessive obsession for Alice is now revealed. So I don't like Yanders. So he's going into not my type. Even though he's good looking, he's definitely not for me. So then we have Wayne, who's the butler, likes playing piano and dislikes noise. He says, move away from her. The man who came to pick you up from the Wayne blouse is the butler who serves Theo and the White King. What is really on his mind while he serves perfectly as a butler. So again, I don't really care for butlers. He likes playing piano, which is nice, but he dislikes noise, which I find ironic. He's pretty protective of me, and he's kind of good looking. I'm gonna put him into cute. And then finally we get to Theophilus, which I'm just gonna call Theo because I'm pretty sure I butchered his name. He's the White King who likes taking a nap and dislikes clerical job. I'll always stay by your side. He's liked by everyone. He now stands up for his friend who has been sleeping. So he's protective of me, and he's assertive, and he's good looking. I would put him into dateable. Where would I put him though? So this is the finalized list. I'm surprised that not too many guys got into Marry Me. Like, there are a lot of guys in Bangable, and there's not a lot in Not My Type. But I had fun making this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. See you next time.